know this is kind of a new thing for all of us, so I'm sure everybody's like, how's this going to go? And so I just want to hopefully create some excitement for this. I don't know what everyone's overall impression about how things are going, but how the video's been. Like, did anybody learn something new? Anyone want to volunteer something they've learned? Or is it all, you all pretty much know what the videos were and it made sense? What's the general consensus? The second. All of this is, Melissa came up with this cool name, CI or Die, so we're going to just run with that for a while. The objective of this meeting, hit the space bar, the objective of this meeting is basically, you can't read it, is we want to do show and tell, like a little bit of show and tell. So we're going to ask a few people, and I know this will make some of you super nervous. Some of you guys will be so excited to get in front of the camera. I know there's some of the generation that loves filming themselves on the camera, and there's some of us that hate filming themselves on the camera. So I don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to do a little show and tell when we get together in this meeting. We want to share ideas so that it helps you guys think about things that you can do. We want to help everyone just get motivated and excited about it. And that's the overall goal here for this meeting, is just to communicate, talk about it. One challenge that we have as a company is we're spread out all over the place. We got guys in Park City and West Haven and St. George and Teton Village, you know, and Building 1 and Building 3 and Building 4. We're spread out, so it's that's a little bit of a challenge. So I recognize that, but we're just going to try and punch our way through that, okay? So that's kind of the objective of this, is to get together, and I know these are kind of unusual. We've never done this before, but that's the objective. So we're just going to have basically an agenda where we'll take a little bit of time at the beginning, but I don't want to be the one up here every single time. And I know this will be scary for some of you guys, but we want to have guys, when they come up with something cool, we want you to come up here and kind of show us, you know, what you did, what the problem was, you know, what the solution was, before and after pictures, and just kind of give us what happened. You know, we want to learn and share from each other, because I know you're going to get tired of hearing from me all the time. So that's kind of the main, how the agenda is going to work. We'll kind of run that through today, but I'll show you some stuff that we've gone through. All right. So areas where you can put in what the problem is, just to help you think about it, what the problem is, what the solution might be, so before and after pictures, what the results were, what you can do next time to make it go faster. We're going to give everyone a copy of that form right here in this meeting, but we're also going to email to all you guys. And on that form, there's 2 QR codes. And one of the QR codes is for an app. What's it called, the app?
Telegram.
The app's called Telegram. So we want everybody in here to get that app on your phone. And that is an app where you can take pictures, you can take video, you can share some of the stuff that you might have done. And the idea is we want to share it, because if we don't share, we don't learn from each other. And that's one of the key things. So we'll pass that around, and you can get that app downloaded. And that form will also help you if you end up wanting to do a presentation of some kind, to kind of outline how you would want the presentation to lay out. So hopefully that makes sense. Like I said, we've emailed that out to everyone that has an AMF email, but you'll also get it in your personal emails the next day or two. And that form should be there to help you. There's a couple of QR codes, like I mentioned at the top of the form, to make the links easy for you to find the app and get the stuff downloaded onto your phone. Any questions about that?
Do you not have a form?
Pass them around here.
Got extra one.
I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this, but just play, hold on one sec. So this is a little video that Andrew created for a project that we just barely did over here in Building 2. And I just want you guys to watch this. Hopefully you can hear it okay, see it okay. in that scenario where we were actually spot welding the pieces together, how much time of the setup did it actually, how much time did it actually take to spot weld those pieces together? He actually got the spot welder going, and he was pressing the spot welder. He made that connection how much time? Probably 30 seconds, 10, 15, 20, 30 seconds, I don't know, but all the time was getting that machine set up, right? So that's the difference between value-added work and non-value-added work. So most of the time when we're hunting for improvements, you're going to find it on the non-value-added side, because that's where all the time was. Moving all the cables around, getting the electric stuff hooked up, getting the machine moved around, all that kind of stuff. That's what took all the time. So they moved it, they moved the hookups to the wall where the machine could work, and it saved a bunch of time. So that's a good example of some waste that we were able to find and eliminate for that specific part and that specific machine. So I don't know how well you can see this. Someone hit that light again. Thanks, Jake. So this is me. I'll try to explain this. On Sunday, we were having a party at our place. We were inviting a couple hundred people over to the house. And my wife gave me the job to undo all these sacks, all the buns in it. You can't see it very well. And to cut them all and put the buns back in the sack. I had like 4 boxes of buns to cut up. So I got the first sack out, and I started cutting. And the bread was kind of getting in the way, and I was struggling a little bit. And I thought to myself, because I kind of have this bug in me now, right? This lean bug. I'm like, there's got to be a better way. I feel waste and frustration right here, right? Those are the feelings I was feeling. So I came up with the idea of putting a sack on the other side of the cutting board so I could pull one out, cut it, and put the 3 that I cut in that sack. And so I started doing that process. Pull one out, cut it, set it over in the sack. Pull one out, cut it, set it over in the sack. When I got done with that, I put it up. I took the empty stack, flipped it over on the other side of the cutting board, pulled the other sack because I had the full hoagie buns in, and I started over again, right? So it worked really awesome, okay? So I was so excited. I went and I got my wife. I'm like, honey, man, I just set up this lean process right here cutting up hoagie buns. She wasn't very impressed, but I was impressed. I was excited about it. So the funny thing about this is I thought to myself, if I had to cut these over again, I'd probably move them to the other side of the counter, because on the other side of the counter I got a trash can that pulls out. I thought I could just scrape the crumbs off and knock them in right here. And I had a few other ideas. Probably get a bigger cutting board, sharpen my knife. I don't know. I was just thinking of other things I could do to make it better. Unfortunately, I probably been cutting hoagie buns like that for a while. But the point is, it should be infecting you everywhere you go, everything you do. You should see stuff like this. One more quick story I'll tell, and a few of you have heard this already, but I was in getting a crown at the dental office, and he was trying to mount the crown to my teeth. And so, a color. He's trying to make the crown match the other colors of my teeth. So I'm laying there in the chair, and I've told you a few of you guys this story, but this is the truth. I'm laying there in the chair, and this guy comes over, and he's older, he's been doing this a long, long time, and I've seen him before, and he walks, so I'm laying here in the chair, and about 6 feet away, he has his samples. So he picks up some samples, he walks over to my bench, and holds them up to my feet. I don't like those. Goes back, picks up some more samples, walks over, holds them up to my feet. I don't like those. I promise you, he probably made 15 or 20 trips. And in my mind, since I'm infected with this thing, I'm thinking, bro, I'm going to buy you a cart. And I'm going to put your stuff on this cart, and I'm going to let you roll that cart right up to me. You can just go like this. Because you're wasting my time in this chair. It's not value added, all right? Once you get that color picked, then we're all happy. But all that walking back and forth is bugging me because I can feel waste, right? So you should be feeling and seeing those things in your day-to-day life, whether you've heard me talk about fixing my sprinklers, cutting hoagie buns, at the dentist, right? It's everywhere. It's just our job to try and find it. And that's what we're trying to empower you guys to do, okay? And so I'm just going to kind of leave you with a few last things, and we'll close this down. Million times, but I'm going to say it again. We're not looking for revolutionary ideas. We're not trying to change the world. We're not looking to build the next rocket that goes to Mars. Unlikely that we're going to find that. We're going to look for 15 seconds here, 2 minutes there, 15 minutes here, right? All those incremental improvements, it's like the hoagie buns. Like, I made it better, and I could do it better if I did it again. And it might be only a 15-second improvement, but it's better. So don't think that if it's not some revolutionary, world-changing idea, that you can't use it. If it's going to buy us 15 seconds, let's take 15 seconds. If it's 10 minutes, let's take 10 minutes. If it's 2 minutes, let's take 2 minutes. That's what it's about. Finding those minutes and seconds, and they add up, they add up, they add up, they add up. So just remember, that's one of the key things. And the second thing is, don't be afraid to fail. You know, maybe it's not the best idea, but who cares? Who cares? It's like, just give it your best. Don't stop yourself because you're afraid to fail. Along with that would be, like this meeting, we didn't exactly know how it was going to go. I can already tell there's some things I need to improve. The font color, right? The lighting, maybe the speakers. I don't know. But if I keep waiting and waiting and waiting until I get all this stuff nailed down perfect, nothing's going to happen. We're just going to be stuck trying to get to the perfect thing. So start where you are. This is the best. It's better than the last presentation I did. Remember? Huh? Okay. So a micro improvement. It's better. So hopefully next week will be better than this week. So we're making steps, making steps, making steps. So start. Just get started. Okay? So that's an important part of it. And then the last thing is, you got to share, right? So get involved. Throw your stuff up there. Share your ideas. Let's just get this infection going, because we are allowing you guys to be the experts, and that is exactly how it should be. I promise you, to a man and a woman here, I promise you that each of you know more about your specific job and how to do your job than I do. I promise you that. And I hope you do. You know, you guys are experts at what you do, and you're in the weeds of what you do. And that's where you'll find the stuff. So don't wait for your supervisor or your lead guy or me or anyone here to tell you this will make it better. We need it from you guys. We need you guys to tell us, and we're going to implement it. We're going to try our best to implement it. If we've done anything for the last couple of years since we started on this journey, I hope you've gained your confidence that we're listening, we're trying to implement, we're trying to put things into place. Sometimes it takes a week or two, sometimes it takes a month, sometimes it takes a year, but we get to it. We get to it, and we'll get to it. So please know that. Now let me finish with one last thing. Attempt as leadership or management or owners or whatever to tell you guys that you're doing a bad job. This is the last thing from that. Or that you need to work harder. Or that you're not smart. That is not what this is. It's the complete opposite. Okay? We want the pain points to be relieved. We want your job to go easier and better. We want there to be less stress. We want there to be a better way. And so please understand that's what this is. That's all this is. In the end, everything in life boils down to process. And we've talked about that so many times. Brushing your teeth, the way you drive to work every day, the way you put gas in your car, the way you mow your lawn, the way you cook certain kinds of food. You do it the same way over and over and over and over. The way you fix your hair. It's all built on process. So think about that constantly. What's your process? What's your process? How many steps? How am I traveling? How can I make this better? How can I make it more efficient? What's the waste? What's bugging me? What's making this stressful? Okay? And that's where we're going to find it. So that's kind of it for today.